That should be a lot of fun to watch. Fit versus Complexity, and actually, is it the next one in the group? I think it is.
It is, yeah. It's
okay.
actually the next match for both those teams here in
Great.
the group. So I guess 4 days from now, even that'll be that match. On that note, though, I believe we are now actually joined by Insania once again. Had him on the pregame now, coming on the postgame. Obviously, after the victory there, Insania. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I was a bit nervous after game 1, to be honest.
Yeah.
It took us by surprise.
Did it really? Did you really not know
It really
the power
did.
of
I did
Draconis?
not expect them to pick the Mighty Dargon. So strong.
Yeah, to say the least. That was a ridiculous performance. I don't know if you checked the stats in that game, but he ended with 700 goal per minute. I mean, he just could not be stopped that game. So, was it frustrating for you guys seeing how powerful he was getting, or?
Speaking of, I don't know, the DD runes were really frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, they got 4 in a row, I think, and we had to just leave the tower, and it was just, I don't know. It felt really bad, but it kind of felt good because we had prepared other things as well, and it worked out. So.
Yeah, obviously after that first game, you blind banned Draconis both the second and the third game. Was that a case of you really didn't want to, but you felt like you had to, or were you still a little bit hesitant to, or was it just like, you know what, we're banning him?
Yeah, no, it was no doubt. Like, after 10 minutes into the first game, we were like, okay, we're banning Draconis, regardless of results in these games. I don't know. We just did not want to face it. We did not know what the hero really does. I have seen him been raping on Honcast the last couple of days, but no, we did not feel comfortable against it at all.
Yeah. So, of course, in Game 2, definitely a much better game for yourselves. And coming through in that game, I believe it was a Tremble play from KZoo. That was a lot of fun to see. He did fairly well himself. It looked like for a moment there that actually Fit was going to come back. They had the Mage Bane Empath combination, and I believe he got a hat trick at the top lane. He got a double tap even a couple minutes later. So all of a sudden, Mage Bane was coming back. In Game 2, were you ever too worried about that game?
In all honesty, not really, because he bought back, and we were like, okay, we just cannot fuck up one more time. And Zai had failed 3 ultimates. We figured, you can't fuck up a 4th. I mean, he's gonna get it eventually. So no, we weren't really nervous. We felt pretty confident, to be honest.
And then in the third game, it seems like you guys had control for the most part. I mean, both Truff and I agreed. I mean, Fit's lineup was actually very, very strong, but what stood out to us, at least, was Mzai on Wild Soul. He actually did a fantastic job of playing against Silhouette down there, especially using Boo Boo and the Bear. Do you think that had a big part of the success, or was there something else that you think stood out to you? No,
definitely. Zai is an amazing Wild Soul. So I'm not going to be picking Tempest as much for him anymore. Probably going to put him on the Wild Soul instead. No, but he plays Wild Soul so well. He's practiced it a lot, and it pays off. It's just fun to watch.
Truff, you have any questions?
I guess for the second game, I was just wondering, when you guys first picked Magnus, did you have any sort of strategy coming in, or did you just want to pick Magnus just because it's kind of like an overall good hero with a good stun?
Well, it was kind of part of our strategy. We knew that kind of early mid-game lineups versus Fit is much stronger. We realized they're really good against the... I think you said it before. They're good against the style that Complexity plays. So we kind of fell back a bit more to the way we'd like to play in Blackfade, where we just pretty much push and try and finish the game fairly early, and Magnus is a great hero for that. So
yeah, I think you're definitely right. That's really one thing I haven't even thought about. But Complexity does play very tight, and when you're going hard carry versus hard carry, that's what you often see with team like Fit versus Complexity. But so yeah, that strategy did end up working really well for you guys. So yeah, GG, well played.
Thank you.
Now, we stressed again how important this matchup is for really both these teams. Obviously, you guys coming out on top, this is huge for you guys. You're set to play Saishi next week. Do you know anything about Saishi? I mean, are you going to plan for them specifically, or?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny story, actually. I got to know one of their players a really long time ago. He was 1600 MMR. I met him in a TMM game. He was asking for tips and so it's going to be fun playing against them. But no, I haven't prepared anything.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, I think at least you guys should be pretty confident winning that. But at the same time, again, obviously, you have to finish off strong, and to win, you have to win, of course, to ultimately have a chance of moving on. Because now Fit and Complexity, they're matched up. Now, again, you are going to be playing at the same time, so obviously you're not going to be able to necessarily watch that matchup. But I think it's safe to say you're probably rooting for. I would think you'd be rooting for Complexity, because I believe if Fit loses, then you guys are moving on. So. Is that the case?
I'm not really sure about how the brackets are, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that if Complexity beats Fit, then we're guaranteed. Otherwise, there's some weird three-way tie.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. Anyways, no, I like both teams. They're really cool people. I talk to a lot of them and play against them, so I'm not gonna choose a favorite.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Any shout-outs you want to make once again, Insania here?
Well, shout out to Tsukosu for picking us up and helping us out a lot. Shout out to Zai, outstanding game 3, sorry. And shout out to Liv for being in our Skype chat and keeping our morale high.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Insania, again, congratulations on the win. It was awesome to watch, and wish you the best of luck not only in your next match, but maybe in the quarterfinals if we see you, man.
All right, thank you.
There we are. So Insania joining us from Team Gosu once again for just like in the pregame there, and again after a 2-1 victory. Obviously, I like what he said right there. 10 minutes into game 1, and they were already like,
Yeah.
"All right, we're banning Draconis. We're not even going to mess with this hero." Obviously that got them right away, but again, it worked out for their best. And as he put it too, Imzai had a fantastic wild. So again, the third game is Eurostressin, so
Yes.
he definitely gave him some very appropriate shout-outs there. So, but yeah, look, Team Gosu, they looked very good, and yeah, wouldn't be surprising to me, of course, to see them in the quarterfinals. But it is now kind of that three-way race here, as we were talking about, them, Fit, and Complexity. It's going to come down to that next big match, Fit versus Complexity.